I've gone down the rabbit hole with this little video, but it's been pretty fun. It has to do with the movie Ladies of the Chorus, which was made in 1948, and it starred Marilyn Monroe in her first starring role, although it was a B film, and it was made for Columbia Pictures. And it also starred Adele Jurgens as Marilyn Monroe's mother. Adele Jurgens was a longtime contract player for Columbia Pictures, but she definitely was not old enough to be playing Marilyn Monroe's mother. In fact, she was only 9 years older than Marilyn. But that's just a little background on the film, because the point of the video is to show you how Columbia, which was a lower budget studio and they didn't have a lot of money, reused and reappropriated their costumes. At the time this film was made, Rita Hayworth was Columbia's biggest star. And so in one of the first scenes of Ladies of the Chorus, you see Rita's presence already is evident by this outfit, these outfits rather, that are hanging on the wardrobe in the back. These outfits were used in the 1944 Rita Hayworth film CoverGirl. It's always fun to see these costumes in color. Here's Leslie Brooks wearing the costume, and then again Rita wearing it. And then earlier in 1945, after CoverGirl but before Ladies of the Chorus, Gladys Blake wore the costume in a film called Rockin' in the Rockies. In that same scene in the dressing room, you see the actress Marjorie Hoschel wearing a costume that had earlier been worn in the Jolson Story in 1946. In the next scene, you see Marilyn wearing a plaid jacket with a skirt, and this can also be seen in the 1946 film Sing While You Dance, and it's worn by the actress Ellen Drew. This one I love. This is Adele Jurgens again wearing this dress, Grecian-style dress in Ladies of the Chorus, but she had worn it previously in the film Down to Earth, which was released in 1947. It was designed for her by Jean-Louis, and she wore it in one of the dance numbers. Many of these gowns from Down to Earth were reused in Ladies of the Chorus, and here you see Marilyn wearing one of them, and then you see the corresponding woman from Down to Earth. And then you see another actress wearing one that Rita Hayworth wore in a specialty number in Down to Earth. This is another fun one because of the color. You would never guess what the color of this is. Marilyn also wore it in some publicity photos, but it was actually worn earlier in 1946 in the Jolson Story by Evelyn Keyes. And look at the color. Who would have guessed? Marilyn looks so beautiful in this outfit that's monogrammed in a scene with Rand Brooks, but there was somebody else that looked beautiful in it, and that was Rita Hayworth when she wore it in the 1942 film You Were Never Lovelier, and she also wore it in publicity photographs for the war effort. Now, if you blink, you're going to miss this one, but being the nerd that I am, I found it. That costume is recognizable instantly by people who love the movie CoverGirl, which was done in 1944. And here you can see Rita wearing one of the costumes, as well as Leslie Brooks. Adele Jurgens wears this gown in Ladies of the Chorus, which had earlier been worn in 1947 in the film It Had to Be You by Spring Byington. And then Nana Bryant in Ladies of the Chorus wears this gown, which again was worn by Spring Byington in It Had to Be You in 1947. And then just to get a little more mileage out of It Had to Be You, Marilyn wore this dress that was worn in It Had to Be You by Ginger Rogers. And in a weird twist, remember Gladys Blake, who I mentioned earlier? She also had a bit part in Ladies of the Chorus. It all comes full circle. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had a great time. I've got more of this kind of thing coming up. Yes, I'm a nerd.